joined Metro Manila Film Fest 2015 last June, but we were disqualified. No? Hindi naman kami nangangarap ng 500 million na box office, di ba? Going into the festival, knowing also the profile of the 8 entries, including ours, alam naman namin na hindi talaga kami top contender. So, in a way, okay lang din na wala ako dito. So, 24 umalis ako, wala naman akong nakikitang gulo. Diba? We were waiting for 25th. Alam naman namin na hindi naman ganun kalakas yung buzz namin, di ba? In the box office. But I was waiting for the first day turnout. Knowing that it has been a regular practice sa Metro Manila Film Festival na the films in the first day that don't perform well, matatanggal ka agad. Okay naman. Nabalitaan ko na may natinanggal na sa amin at the end of the day. Pero okay na yun. No? Sige, expected naman yan eh. Na hindi naman kami 30 million first day. Hindi naman gano'n. Natulog ako ng gabi ng 26. Nagising ako ng 9 a.m. First thing I opened, yung Viber. Pagbukas ko ng Viber, merong MMFF scandal na thread. At around 3 p.m., si Stacy received an email while watching a movie na dinidisqualify ang Honor Thy Father for the Best Picture Award. That's a Saturday, 3 p.m. The awards night will be 27, Sunday, the next day, at around 7 or 8 p.m. So, wala kang time mag-appeal, wala kang time magpatawag sa opisina kasi there was no office, no? Sabado. So, I had to ask, ano to? Sandali, ano ba to? So, in-explain sa akin, mabilis. And then, si Don, my partner, called me up and said, ganito nangyari. Letter, ganito. Where's the letter? Nasa email mo, pinadala na yan. So, chinek ko. Ano yan? So, kailan tayo magre-reklamo? Kailan mag-ganon? No? Wait muna, wait. Kasi chinecheck pa yung kung anong susulat, anong sasabihin. Gano'n. Of course, we've been discussing na si Dan is really, really pissed. Congressman Dan Fernandez, who's part of the film as the brother, as part of our cast. Pikon na pikon siya. And of course, I later found out, which was discussed in the first day of the Congress, na he kept on calling pala the MMDA chairman, pero hindi siya pinapansin, no? Viber, nag-text pa siya na parang what happened, gano'n. And he got no call back, walang reaction. The awards was Sunday. Monday, they all went to the Congress. I remember, which is I think where this whole conversation is leading up to, I remember 27, nag-uusap-usap na pumunta ng Congress and everyone was hopeful that the whole industry is gonna support the Congress resolution, yung pag-submit doon, magmamarcha sila, they're all gonna wear black, ganon. Puta nila, nung tinignan ko na yung picture, production staff pa rin ang Honor Thy Father. Here at Congress, submitting the resolution. Nasaan na yung marcha? Nasaan na yung lahat ng tao na susuporta, di ba? Ito na yung pagbabago na hinahanap ng industriya. Pero, mga cast, PD, artista, di ba? Producer, naka-all black. Parang, okay. Wala pa siguro may alam. Di ba? Wala. Kaya tuson eh, di ba? 28, mga, di ba, pagod, di ba? Pagod yung mga tao, nag-awards night, hindi sila nakapunta sa Congress, di ba? So, but all the while, the main apprehension was, the resolution was filed, but Congress is only gonna open January 18. So we were thinking, is is there gonna be enough heat surrounding this topic, enough to stay until January 18, di ba? Good thing, when I arrived, immediately when I arrived, we sat down the next day at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. What was discussed, napauna na yung meeting with the Congress, which was scheduled at January 11. So, parang okay pa. No? And, of course, pagdating ko, they were already gathering all sorts of information. Trying to understand, because we don't really understand why we were disqualified. Of course, you have a theory behind it, pero so parang you wanna determine where it all went wrong and where it suddenly became about getting rid of Honor Thy Father. So we were trying to gather as many information, and by gathering many information, we stumbled upon bigger things. And it's not like Pandora's box na nabuksan mo, no? It's already there. It's been existing, no? The Vera files, the problem with the Film Academy of the Philippines, that they're the beneficiaries, but they're not getting the money from MMFF. It's already been there. It's been there for years. But every time it gets discussed, it stays for 2 days, 3 days, and then it disappears in the clutter of the news every day. No? So yun. So parang nakita namin where the seemingly small case of Honor Thy Father being disqualified in the Best Picture suddenly became about something bigger than what it is. No? It's about MMFF. It's about the film industry. It's about the people inside MMFF. And yun. I think that's the tough part, telling media about it. The toughest part is this is not really about Honor Thy Father. Diba? That's why hindi ko rin siguro ma-dismiss. Kanina, I was talking to someone and how come no one's reporting it? Ganon. Pero rather than magalit, parang inanalyze ko lang na maybe everybody thought that going to Congress is just about disqualification ng Honor Thy Father over a Best Picture award and Congress is spending money on such a small issue. Baka ganon yung kwan because media, I mean, we can't tell everyone immediately na ito yung totoong topic. So, baka ganon nga lang. No? And of course, hindi siya mabango, na hindi siya media friendly. No? It's not big news, it's not big topic. No? But looking at it, kanina, right before pumunta ako, naisip ko lang na kayo, mag-interview pa pala si Bombi, hindi na ako magpo-post. I was gonna post a really long litany again pag-gising ko about MMFF and this whole thing. Kasi lang, di ba, gusto mo lang na people can share your thoughts, di ba, on it. Gusto ko sana ilagay na parang ang dugo-dugo nang nangyayari dun sa Congress, ang hirap ipaalam sa lahat, no? And then at the end of the day, I feel that there was victory there somewhere in the first day or in the second day. Pero you only ilan lang kayo na nag-enjoy ng victory. And you don't really know if it's a victory because hindi mo rin alam kung may isa-celebrate pa na victory yung buong industriya. Kasi kayo rin lang nakakaintindi, di ba? Tayo lang eh. Putang ganda kanina, di ba? Pero kami lang, di ba? Yeah. Pero mawalo lang kami kumakain sa dinner. Diba? Parang, tayo na naman magkakasama. Di ba? At the end of it, ang opening statement ko nga dapat sa Facebook is, at the end of it, Honor Thy Father did not become a blockbuster because of that news. So wag niyo na isipin na ginagamit namin tong Congress issue na to bring more audience to the film. Diba? Yan na yan. Yun na yun. Tapos na. Tapos na yung MMFF. But we're still here. And there's gonna be succeeding Congress hearings. And we're still gonna be there. Even if they already moved on from the disqualification topic because they finished it on the first day. Halfway into the first day of the Congress hearing, they already finished that whole issue of the disqualification. Diba? So, succeeding nun, after nung half day ng first day, up to yesterday, wala na yung disqualification na yan. Wala na yung topic na yan. It's about something else. And, maganda sana masabi yun. Marinig na marami, di ba? I didn't have much to prepare. Kwan lang ako, parang mareklamo lang ako na tao, di ba? After discussing it with everyone, unanimous naman siguro sa lahat ng congressmen na there was injustice that was made. We were not given enough time to appeal, especially 10 days, no? The rules and regulations allow us within 10 days to appeal, but we were not given 10 days kasi 26 kami na disqualify, 27 awards na. Which December 14 to 27, I don't know the number of business days, working days there, but that would give us, I mean, maybe 8-7 days, di ba? To react. No? But we weren't told by December 14. So by December 14, they were discussing it, but no decision has been made yet that we're disqualified. By December 21, right after the jury saw all the films and are starting to deliberate on the films, tsaka pa lang sila sinabihan na disqualified. Even when wala pa ang Execom decision na disqualified na kami. Because they only ruled on it December 26. So, who decided on 21st? Bakit kailangan na nila pa-disqualify sa 21 pa lang? Di ba? At first, the way it was running was they were trying to use the 21st as a way to tell everyone that no, it wasn't just on the 26th. They were disqualified 21 pa lang. Diba? But when they were asked to explain, it was discovered that there was no approval of the Execom when they disqualified us on the 21st. So technically, the disqualification of the 21st was invalid. Diba? There were only 2 people who instructed the jury members, and they don't represent the entire Execom. No, that's Dominic Du and Marichu Maceda. So syempre marami na-raise na problema, no? Na parang why Execom members shouldn't meddle in jury deliberations, why are you there? Why do you have to disqualify it on that day, the 21st? Sino kasama nyo nag-decide? Even if wala pang desisyon, di ba? Even the overall chairman was asked, si Attorney Carlos of MMDA, tama ba yung ginawa nila? Of course, he said, no, because I only knew about it on the 26th. So, dapat doon pa lang masasabihan lahat ng tao. No? All those irregularities were discussed. That's one. Pero together with that, ang major was Congressman Dan Fernandez brought out in a line of questioning. So, hindi ko alam saan papunta yung mga tanong-tanong niya, mga paikot-ikot, di ba?
Nahihilo rin ako eh.
Oo. Eventually, it came out that one of the members of the Execom, which is Dominic Du, according to Congress, they found a conflict of interest between Dominic Du being a distributor of films. Hindi lang pala siya Execom member, kundi nag-distribute din siya ng films. Siya rin ang naglalagay ng mga ng sine sa sinehan. Okay lang yun kung wala siyang sine na nasa Metro Manila Film Fest na dinidistribute niya, meron.
Ano yung mga direct?
May dalawa siyang movies na nandun, no? Naka-post meron siyang yung webpage niya sa Facebook ng distribution company niya, Axinite. Maganda nga yung latag ng Congress because he was asked prior to revealing anything, he was asked, what primarily is your job? And he said, I distribute films. Okay, what kind of films? I only distribute foreign films. Only. Okay, so what are those films? Secret in Their Eyes, ni Julia Roberts. Wow. Naaalala ko pa yung proceedings. Sabi ni Congressman Dan Fernandez, ganda yan. Ano pa? Tapos, biglang, lumabas, may Facebook page na pinrint na ang profile pic tsaka yung cover photo niya is Buy Now, Die Later and walang forever. So, tinanong siya about it. Dinenay pa rin niya. Kahit meron na nun, di ba? Kasi, lagay mo na, sabihin mo, hindi ka nag-distribute. Kasi yan yung sinasabi niya, hindi ako nag-distribute. Pero, Execom member ka ng MMFF, bakit itong dalawa lang na to ang nakapost dun sa website ng kumpanya mo, di ba? Yun. And then, of course, there was another letter. There was a letter directly connecting Dominic Du to one of the producers. I don't know kung ilan silang producer eh. So, one of the producers of Walang Forever and Buy Now, Die Later, which is Quantum Films. It was a letter from ang connection ng kwento na yan is the Film Academy of the Philippines has an issue with MMFF. Yan ang pinakasimple na explanation. Ang issue nila, they were asking, as beneficiary, they were asking for their share in one of the MMFF years, 2014 yata yun, 2014 or 2013. Asking for their share. So they wrote Dominic Du, when are you gonna give us our share? Diba? Dominic Du did not answer the letter. Instead, it was answered by Alonso and Alonso. Anong pangalan ng firm?
Alonso.
It was answered, instead, it was answered by Alonso and Associates na law firm. Signed by Attorney Joji Alonso, which is kilala naman natin sa industriya, no? Who produces movies each year. Una nga, si Dominic Du was saying, no, not personal. Hindi ako personal na kliyente niya. Kliyente niya yung Axinite ba? O yung Anti-Piracy Council. I don't know between the two. Pero, ang nakalagay kasi sa letter, which was read back again, is, in behalf of my client, Dominic Du. No? Yan yung second. Now, I think that issue opened up all the other issues because now it was proven more or less by the paper trail that it was not about disqualifying a movie, it was not about a trophy, it was not about an award, but it's about pushing for another film in relation to Honor Thy Father. And from there, syempre, bumukas na yung floodgates, no? Na it's about money, and then na-question na how does the money flow, and then marami nang lumabas. Dominic Du also takes care of putting the for the play dates and yung kung saang cinema ilalagay yung mga movies, di ba? Hindi na nga namin na-raise. Marami pa kaming gusto i-raise pero parang mukhang nitpicking na di ba? Isipin nyo, in most of the major cinemas in Metro Manila, di ba meron tayong premium na mga cinemas? Di ba? Mga directors club, na malaking upuan, mga ganon. Most of the theaters na merong Honor Thy Father, naka-play doon sa mga sinehan na yun. Mas mahal yung Honor Thy Father compared to other films. Drama na nga, seryoso na nga sobra yung movie namin. Tataasan mo pa yung presyo, paano manonood, di ba? Pamilya ko nga mismo eh. Sabi ko, pagdating nyo ng Manila, dito sila ng New Year, Christmas, New Year. Pagdating nyo ng Manila, manood kayo ng sine, ha? Hindi nga sila pumili ng ticket kasi 350 daw. Ba't ang mahal ng ticket dito? Naghanap pa sila ng ibang sinihan na hindi 350. Kasi 350 yung Gateway, 350. SM Aura, 350. Diba?
IMAX na yan.
So, even that is questionable, diba? And we found out, si Dominic Budi pala yung nag-decide kung saan ang sinihan ka ilalagay. Kasi, kunyari, mag-assign lahat, bunutan, diba? Ang Metro Manila. So, kunyari, may SM Mega Mall kami. Lahat yan, mabubunot nila SM Mega Mall. Pero kami, ang specific na sinihan namin, ang magde-decide niyan, MMFF Committee na on Play Date and Sales Monitoring Committee. So sila magsasabi, Mega Mall kayo lahat, di ba? May Baby Love, Beauty and the Bestie, gano'n. Honor Thy Father dito sa Cinema 3. Beauty and the Bestie, Cinema 10, gano'n. So, in a way, parang makukulayan mo pa rin kung ano man yung decision niya tungkol sa mga sinihan na yan kasi nakita mo na may connection sa ibang pelikula sa loob mismo ng competition. So, mahirap na siya gumalaw Kahit gaano pa niya i-claim na inosente siya, di ba? Kaya nilalagay yung conflict of interest na yan kasi para hindi ka mapagbintangan, di ba? Kasi kahit gaano pa i-explain ka yan, mali na talaga ang itsura di ba? Pangit ang itsura Malansa, tama. O yun.